Alright, and welcome back. Let me just get the timer there. Alright, last time we left off, we just had to pick out the outfit that Geralt has to wear to meet the Emperor of the Nilfgaardian Empire. I don't really have any particular preference, let's just go for one on the end here. Alright. Alright, the sooner we can get this meeting over with, the sooner we can get back to what we do best.
Black suits the gentleman. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
Good enough.
A studded doublet and a sword on my back, that's what would satisfy me. But tough, when in Nilfgaard.
Yes?
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
Alright.
I'm not some boor. I know how to bow.
Please, demonstrate. That, sir, is how you might bow to a whore on a street corner, not to the Emperor of Nilfgaard. Please watch. Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse.
Well, that's certainly a dramatic way to do it. Let's see here. Second option.
Lacking fluidity and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me. The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your arch-magnificency?
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect.
Right.
Im grimi eb art kerzer. Daifen aden in karn eb marvut. Emir var emreis.
Bow!
Pragmatic option is probably to bow, but yeah. Will be defined.
Your Imperial Majesty.
Arer ep the orde.
Welchen Namen, wat gern favort? So many months at Foltest Court. Yet you still haven't mastered the basics of etiquette.
Know what they say? Can't teach an old wolf new tricks. Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days, so...
Silence. My daughter Cirilla, she's returned. And she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
Are you sure? Ciri left. Went far, far away.
Do you believe I'd drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be. I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless. If for no other reason than because I shall pay you. more than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
Alright, give me information then.
I need information, not motivation. Ciri leaves few tracks. She'll be hard to find.
My corps of spies will help you. Count on them, and my army, should the need arise. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
The gentleman not understand. Did I not emphasize adequately that one must bow to the Emperor?
Relax. Nothing happened.
To the gentleman. But I shall be punished.
How?
Please keep close and bother no one. We've had the knowledges of etiquette for one day. And it's past noon.
Oh, he's getting punished for it. It was bad for the poor guy.
Do you know who you're talking to, soldier? I'm Herivard the Second.
But I have to say, the Emperor was a lot less impressive than I would have figured. Seems shorter, so that girl from the opening dream was actually the Emperor's daughter. I did not realize that.
Yes, and
Interesting development. And she's apparently...
We cross the Yara, we will cross the Pontar as well.
En selfeten sikjad.
Just more...
Kasper ken ku velede.
The gentleman
Tumeva.
will have time
Im
for
herod
several days.
passi vanta slaffi ep. Kanten tukas vikkovaro. Glen essa vassa.
Probably worth wasting time to pick up, but never have too many ingredients to make you a potion.
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
And again, sorry for getting you in trouble there, friend.
That quill sharpened yet? Yes? Then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants guild, but the Church of the Eternal Fire and the criminal underworld. At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and
I'm in
cynicism.
no hurry, so
Please wait your
go
excellency.
interesting bunch
You know
of
what?
books.
I'll write the report myself.
Probably
We don't need
save
to
most of
prepare a
those to
clean
read off
draft.
camera,
In
but
triplicate.
since I don't think we're in any hurry, maybe I'll take the time to read them now. Oh, I can't even access my inventory right now, so we are not going to be reading yours either. Alright. Some more books.
Vedimine, directly out of Nordling Tales. You consider.
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look. That's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
So they're our agents now? My, you've clearly settled in quick.
Geralt, don't twist my words. I know who Emir is. He started this war and its bloodshed. He had my friends killed. But I haven't any other choice. So please, let's not belabor the pros and cons and instead focus on finding Ciri. All right?
Right. Emir said the Wild hunts after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri. using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd trick them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt, before the Wild Hunt does.
That's a good question. What do they want from her?
The Wild Hunt. What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address. I know as much as you do. It must be about her blood. Her gift. As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I'd prefer not to think about it, really.
You know, I feel like I'm missing something here. Since I know at the end, even at the end of Assassins of Kings, Geralt still had some missing memories. So I'm thinking I have missed some sort of supplementary reading. Well, that would have filled in the gap here. Or it's just going to be filled in as we go along.
So where's Ciri been seen, exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconformed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
Another very good question. Hopefully we get a better answer this time.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse? Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Oh, sorry.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed.
That phone ringing doesn't get...
So why don't I teleport you to
too
Velen,
much.
get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Varatra. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece. I shall be waiting.
And there we are. With more questions we need answering. Alright, back to looting. Yeah, I still can't check my inventory. Probably should have paid attention when I was walking up there. Never sort which is what. sword, which is well hunt.
Scars healed nicely.
That's everything, so let's go have a chat with this fellow here.
Ambassador Varatra, Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
I guess we'll just go in order from 1 to 4.
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwin, his ally. Took the Kedweni completely by surprise. King Henselt fought on the front line as always, and that is where he died. His soldiers lost the will to fight. They joined Radovid's ranks. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only 1 powerful one.
What about Kavir?
Kavir values its neutrality, enough not to lend its armies, or more importantly, even its coin to either side. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emir Var Emrys will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
Well, I guess bravo to Radovid. Genius. If horrible, horrible thing to do to someone. Betraying your own ally. A genius political maneuver, it would seem. Seems like he's trying to conquer his own little empire of the north to resist Nilfgaard. Interesting to see how that works out for them.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever. Perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey, and now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling, a former low-ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
Sounds like a challenge, and if I'm told to avoid him, I'm almost certainly going to have to fight him at some point.
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows this won't last. Radovid is in Oxenford, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships, and Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats. The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly, and so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty. Who started the war? Who profits from it? Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
That'll be a fun place to visit, no doubt.
What's new in Skellige?
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
And it looks like that's it. Interesting little update on what's going on here. But I guess it'll be better off to see it firsthand.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
Let's see, anything we're missing? No. In that case, it is time to get out of this place.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
Now, can I access my inventory? X. Let's see. Viper's sword. That's in horrible condition. I'll just go off this slightly less. Crossbow. Fucking gloves. Might hold on to those. Don't know why I want to, but I can't. Cavalry guns. They're a fair bit weaker. And in general, I would say. Oh, let's see here. Things. No, still not. Do I need to take that to a smith in order to actually use it, I wonder? I mean, I guess so. Oh my, whatever. Let's look at all of them. Temeria, a land where milk and honey once flowed. In what did she wrong the gods that they should treat her so cruelly? Pearl of the North to some, she proved a galloping range for Nilfgaardian cavalry toppers. As a country, it had survived 2 previous wars against the Empire. It was here that the war's bloodiest battles were fought. It was in Temeria where their most bestial deeds were wrought. It was Temerian civilians who bore the full brunt of these wars and bear them we did, bravely and steadfastly, until the demise of our great protector, King Foltest. Then Providence turned its fickle face from Temeria, murdered most treacherously. Foltest failed to leave Temeria a worthy successor, and so all manner of curse fell upon her, tearing her, her apart like so much carrion. She had no more allies then. None remembered that we had once been the armor protecting the north from the designs of the Mad Dancer, he who had the gravestones of his foes pounded into a ballroom floor. A free and independent Temeria is no more. A dark-faced sun looms over her every rampart. Yet we Temerians live on, and always will. As long as folk believe the usurper who took our beloved capital, Vizima, to treat as his property, will forever peer over his shoulder in fear. For in the shadows lurks not one dagger, but the power of a nation of daggers, waiting to deal justice blow. Interesting. We're already almost half an hour into this video, so I don't think I'll spend too much more of our time reading those, as interesting as I know to be. I'll save that for some off-camera stuff, reading for my own personal interest.
One false move and you will regret it.
It went. Why not? Do I want to bet money on this? You know what, I'll show a bit of confidence in my own abilities.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Let's see here, it went. Yes. Didn't we already go through this? Okay. Might as well have more powerful ones. Okay. That's okay. Let's see. Close combat, ranged combat, siege combat. Let's use the key. We'll keep it as is. Let's see. I guess like the last game, we'll start by playing the weakest card first. What's the special abilities again? Place next to card the same name to double the strength of the foe. Alright, so we'll save these for a later round, I think. And we'll focus. This is the close combat, isn't it? Yes. So we might want to play that one. Okay. Alright, we'll go for the same strategy we had last time, I think. Try to force the opponent to throw away all his cards. Oh, what did that do? Can I look at this card? No, I cannot. Okay. This is ranged, isn't it? Do I really want to do that? Basically set my score to 4. Okay, we'd be tied then, so it wouldn't really be in my advantage to do that. We'll play risky. Just unload all the cards. He has 4 cards, I have 4 cards, though I can end up drawing a 5th. With my setup, I think she'll pass. Yes, aces to pass, isn't it? Okay. What? Oh, that's... Well, I still have more cards to go. Interesting. Let's see here. This is the ranged combat assembly. So, alright. I suspect I've probably lost this game, but swap a card. Not entirely understand what just happened there, but alright. Alright, so double the strength of both, so it's basically turns from 16. Alright. Well, I'm just going to play this card at this point. Force him to... basically burn away all his card. Wait, what am I thinking? I've lost this anyway. Oh boy, that was terrible. Just terrible. Wait. Oh, I did win round 1. I have no idea why I thought I lost. Oh well. Let's play that again. Go all in again.
Wouldn't mind a few
Or at
rounds
least
of cards.
max bet. Yeah, I don't even think we're getting out of here. In this episode, it's pretty much going to be just cutscenes and card games. So, sorry about that. Yes, we're going to redraw that because we don't want or fucking infantry. Oh, that is hilarious. Oh my. So many very low-powered cards here. Let's see, place next to a card with the same name. Well, we've only got the one, so... Sorry, infantry, you're being replaced. Alright, again, let's try just getting rid of all the low-level cards first. And again, what's this one special ability? Okay. How many siege cards do I have? It is the only siege card I have, so... Of course, occurs to me I probably could have used my special ability later in the game. It's range cards, okay. Yeah. Alright. What do you do? That's your opponent. Okay. I'll save that for later. Yeah, let's just use our low cards. Maybe just basically throw this round. Okay. Two can play that game. I have no idea to what purpose, but, you know, why not? Why not? Alright, he's passed. Whatever. Alright. What do I need? to do is just put this card down and I pretty much won. Oh, well, that's terrible. I was actually looking at completely the wrong. Alright, so he now has more cards than me, which my entire strategy relies on burning away all his cards. Okay. Let's just play the ranged cards. Maybe a case for impenetrable fog. So I could free random cards. I don't really know how that helps the computer or the AI, since I presume it already knows every single card I have. Why not? To some degree, I admit, that it does feel sort of like a waste. You know, this was just a terrible setup. I'm burning away all my cards. I should have just passed and let him win the round. Maybe that's what I want to do. You know what? No, we're just going to try to finish this. This was probably a terrible idea, but let's see if we can win this round. Oh, okay. Ah, but he has so many cards to play now. I feel at this point I have to basically win. Alright. Oh wait, I'm at 40. So he's 35. Well, that was terrible. Just terrible. Of course, I didn't actually intentionally trigger my faction ability, so I don't know why I got that extra card right away. Oh, no excuses, that was just terribly played on my part. No, we'll come back here later. That was just embarrassing. Any more loot? No. What's going on over here? Well, there's no loot to take, so... Oh well. See. Nothing to be said for that. Nowhere to really go.
Evain Kershare is Daithwin Adn in Khan at Morwood.
That's the last check it. Yeah. Man, that was terrible. That's a terrible play. Alright, let's get out of here. Just to the world map. Oh, we can go back to White Orchard. Oh, and here I was concerned that we would not be be able to go back there right away. Alright, we'll go straight to Velen. And... what's this? Notice board. Yeah, this must be what... Alright. Yes. Can I go here? There we go.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited. Something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
Truly not a pleasant sight there. In some way representative of my horrible, horrible failure to win that card game. Alright. Actually, I'm kind of tempted just to end this episode here a bit early. Hasn't been a very eventful episode, but that way we can get the next episode started off to something exciting right off the bat. Though I'm seeing something over there on the road, so...
Go!
Let's ride over to this field, see what these red dogs are. Some wild dogs, get a bit of combat in, just so we can say we accomplished something. Something. Whoa! And what are we doing here? One dignity. Roll out of the way. Get out of the way, come on. Alright, gab around. Let's, my stamina. Or magic recharges. Burn. There we go. Okay. There, we can at least say we did something this episode. Even if it was just taking on a pack of wild dogs. At least it can't be said I did not do anything. Alright, actually, given how embarrassingly and thoroughly I was defeated, maybe I'll save the card games for off-camera work, like I said originally, at some point in one of the earlier episodes. Just until I get better, at least, so that we actually have something interesting to look at there. See here. Death Guardian Court-Martial has found this man guilty of the crime of desertion. Committed when he abandoned his weapon and dishonorably fled the field of battle. As per the dictates of the Nilfgaardian Military Codex, he has been sentenced to death by hanging. May his name fall into oblivion for all time. Okay. Alright, anyway. At this point, it's probably a good time to put a cut in the video. Looks like it's going to be a regular length episode after all. But, at any rate, thank you all for watching, and hopefully we get some more interesting, well, anything happening in the next episode. I'll see you all next time.